Ladies and gentlemen, I want to begin this video by asking you guys a very simple question, especially after watching the events as they unfolded during the Madaraka Day celebrations today at Uhuru Gardens in Nairobi. My question is this: do you think President Uhuru Kenyatta will hand over the presidency to his deputy William Samoei Arap Ruto? Do you think Uhuru will hand over the presidency to William Samoei Arap Ruto easily? I'm asking that question based on what I've witnessed today.
Ningependa kurespondi kwa ile mambo nimeona ya siku ya leo ambayo ilikuwa ni siku ya Madaraka Day. Lakini rais ameipindua kuwa Madaraka Day. You know, I don't understand, and I also ask, is our president surely normal for this time? I think there's something problem. I don't know whether it's health, kwa sababu imepita mambo ya kiburi.
The truth of the matter is that Uhuru Kenyatta is not going to hand over power to William Ruto. Let me just put it this way to you guys. There is no way William Ruto is going to win the presidency of the Republic of Kenya. Raila Odinga is going to win the presidency of the Republic of Kenya by 60%. As alluded to by Karanja Kibicho and by Joe Musheru. Whether those votes will be real or perceived, don't ask me. You can go and check the previous voting patterns and the results from 2007. 2007, Raila Odinga got 45%. 2013, Raila got 44%. 2017, Raila got 44%. His figures never reduced, neither did they increase. But today's event at Uhuru Gardens confirmed to me that the difference between Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy is so deep that if Uhuru had a chance, he would have fired his deputy long time ago. In this video, I want us to look at the drama and the intrigues which were witnessed today. Before we do that, in case you are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two and click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. I want us to be very brief. Just looking at the drama which we witnessed today. The first thing which I noted was the fact that the deputy president was not present at State House. Before President Uhuru Kenyatta went for the main event at Uhuru Gardens or in Uhuru Gardens, the entire cabinet congregated at State House. The deputy president was missing. That was a red flag for me. Why was the deputy president missing? Was he invited but decided to abscond? Or is it possible that he was never invited? His communications director, Emmanuel Talam, suggested that he was not invited. Emmanuel Talam is saying the deputy president was not invited. This Madaraka Day was so important to President Uhuru Kenyatta, in my view, to an extent that if I were him, I would have invited my deputy and then set the tone, because it was the last one. Remember, he needed to explain himself to Kenyans, what he has done, what he has achieved during the years. He also needed to thank his cabinet. Why was William Ruto missing? Probably Uhuru Kenyatta didn't want him. Then the second signal which I noted was with the videographer, State House videographer. When Uhuru Kenyatta's convoy was leaving State House headed to Uhuru Gardens, it was clear that the videographer was playing politics. You know, Raila Odinga's billboards, William Ruto's billboards are all over town. You can't tell me from Uhuru Park to from Uhuru Park to from State House to Uhuru Gardens, these guys never encountered any billboard of William Ruto. But for Raila Odinga, they were focusing on them. So basically, they were campaigning because that airtime was significant. Then the third thing which I noted was the fact that Uhuru Kenyatta broke protocols again. You know, this was a national event. National events in this country, they are normally the way they are conducted. It's normally the deputy president who invites the president to speak. But in this case, two things took place. There was this short celebration, this short event where some Kenyans were being awarded with the presidential commendations. So Uhuru actually is the one who normally performs that task. So when that time arrived, Uhuru just came and he gave them the medals. Then he started speaking, which means he bypassed his deputy. Then the other thing, when he began speaking, he never recognized the presence of his deputy president. That was telling. Because normally it's you start, okay, you go, you mention the deputy president and the dignitaries which are there. The deputy president was there. President Uhuru Kenyatta never mentioned him. Then he spoke. The moment he took the microphone, he invited the Sierra Leonean president who spoke. Of course, the guy recognized the deputy president. And of course, at that stage now, there was no way William Ruto was going to be allowed to speak unless the president then broke protocol, which he didn't do. So the question which most Kenyans are asking, why Uhuru never invited his deputy to speak? I have three answers for you. Number one, there were intelligence reports that William Ruto's camp had actually mobilized crowds to this event. Because early in the morning, Uhuru Gardens was full from as early as 4 a.m. This was a Madaraka Day celebration. Normally what happens is that Kenyans always walk to that event because we've lived in this country. So who brought people to Uhuru Gardens by 4 a.m.? Because by that time, Nairobians were still sleeping. Nairobians who wanted to go to that event woke up. 6, they prepared. 7, they started walking. Who ferried people there? So the intelligence told President Uhuru Kenyatta that there are plans to actually heckle you. So to thwart those plans, cut off the deputy president. Don't allow him to speak. Don't allow him to take the microphone because these people was strategically positioned so that by the time he was going to speak, they were going to cheer him. That's what Kenyans would be talking about today. Then when it was going to be the time of the president to speak, these people were going to be programmed to leave the venue as the president was speaking. And the person who sold Ruto in this scheme is Dennis Itumbi. Dennis Itumbi yesterday decided to make some very funny post, and you know, I'm just trying to get it. He decided to make Itumbi decided to make some funny post that the Hustler Intelligence Bureau is ready to share his, no, not that. Okay, he's saying the Hustler Nation Intelligence Bureau agents are reporting an evil plan to negatively mobilize for Madaraka Day celebrations tomorrow. The assignment is being executed by Nairobi Regional Commandant Kangethi Thuku on behalf of Ruaraka Land Thief and Lamada PS. And is giving very funny post there, 12 point actually, that each constituency has a target of 1,000 people except Langata and Kibra that have a target of 2,500. You know, it's can't, you know. Every person being sought in has an earmarked budget of 2,000, 1,500 pay allowance and for lunch. You could tell from that Dennis Itumbi's post that he was using reverse psychology. He was using reverse psychology on Kenyans, and yesterday Kenyans were actually on him. So the intelligence told Uhuru that that was the plan. So he decided, I'm not going to allow you to speak. He did that. Number two, Uhuru Kenyatta also wanted to make this day his day. He wanted to make the last Madaraka Day about Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. His fear was that William Ruto was going to hijack the program and bring the drama. Maybe sneak some Martha Karua to speak, or maybe sneak sneak in Kalonzo, maybe Weta, you know, maybe Rigathi. The president didn't want that because those were going to take the limelight from him. It was his day, his last. So I think he wanted to avoid those dramas. So the best way for him was to break protocol, take charge of the program, finish it, then let people go home. The third reason why the president did that, in my view, was a revenge. You know, the deputy president did not attend the State House event. Based on President Uhuru Kenyatta's actions there, I tend to think that he was invited, but he decided not to attend. So Uhuru was like, we had an event at State House, you boycotted. What business should I have with you here? The other drama I noted was the endorsement of Martha Karua by President Uhuru Kenyatta. You know, the president was very categorical, and the question I asked myself, why would President Uhuru Kenyatta endorse Martha Karua? Endorsing Martha Karua means endorsing Raila Odinga, means decampaigning William Ruto.
Going further, in August of this year, if it is the wish of the Kenyan electorate, we have a chance of electing a woman and shattering the glass ceiling by assuming the second highest office in the Republic of Kenya. So, ladies and gentlemen, if our women were part of the liberation struggle, advancing their cause intentionally is a duty that belongs to all of us. We owe it to them, we owe it to ourselves, and we owe it to our country. And I am indeed proud to have been part of this push for women leadership in our republic.
The fourth drama was the comment on Wilson Airport land.
We did it because we know that it is our duty to facilitate your enjoyment of your social economic rights without unnecessary and cumbersome barriers. In the past, all land matters in Kenya were handled using a manual registry, and this made the Ministry of Lands a total den of corruption. In fact, part of the Wilson Airport runway to my left here had a title deed registered in the name of a private individual. But as part of the reforms in the land registry, the process of stamping out fake title deeds and reversing this fraud has been accelerated. It took previously a minimum of 6 months to do a single land transaction. This has now been reduced to 48 hours using a system called Advisasa, and similarly, instead of taking 1 to 3 months to do a land search, this system will give you a land search result in 3 to 5 minutes, thanks to the brigadier. Huyo mama mmeona hapa, msicheze na yeye, amefanya kazi mingi sana. Wale ambao hawapigi kelele ndio wanabadilisha Kenya.
That the land opposite Wilson was registered, was grabbed and registered on someone else's name. Who is that? Who is the owner? And first of all, let us begin by asking ourselves, which land is opposite to Wilson? Opposite Wilson sits two important institutions. There's Langata Primary School, then there's Weston Hotel. So clearly the president was talking about Wilson, about Weston Hotel. Who owns Weston Hotel? The Deputy President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto. So I tend to think that moving forward, after today, the president and his deputy are going to start going for each other's throats. That's the fact. And the deputy president has quickly organized an event in Kikuyu constituency, some football match. And there is where he's going to deliver his speech. There were stories that the deputy president had actually planned to steal the day, delivering a very strong speech which had been written for him, then use the occasion to to hit on Karua, Raila Odinga and any other person, then hand over the microphone, because kama Nimbaya, that's what the DP had decided. So I'll be following the events in Kikuyu. Of course, the choice of Kikuyu is important, just like the choice of Uhuru Garden was important. Uhuru Garden was previously grabbed land, and it was grabbed, and two individuals were running wines and spirits shops there. One is Nixon Korir, the other is Millicent Omanga. Those are William Ruto's allies, and it's alleged that the deputy president was the one who actually took control of that land before President Uhuru Kenyatta took it back. Let me hear from you as we wait for the deputy president to deliver his speech. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.